Infinity, this is Sierra 117 of the UNSC forward unto dawn. Do you copy?
Affirmative, this is Sierra 117.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Versus. Today's contenders need little introduction. You have the Didact, a new villain in the grand scheme of things, but powerful beyond belief. And then you have Darth Vader, a character who has symbolised such powerful evil and corruption for many decades. But who will win? Let's find out. I'm your host Alistair, and welcome to Halo Follower. Leader of the Forerunner military, destroyer of ancient humans, the Didact is one of the most powerful beings in the Halo universe. To this day, he is the only one who's made Chief seem like a child compared to him. Even in death, the Didact still remains in the vast digital world the Forerunners created. Practically immortal, the Didact has seen so much battle, gained so much knowledge, and been part of so much death, causing him to lose a little piece of his sanity somewhere between all that. The Didact isn't necessarily a bad living being, he just suffers from carrying the weight of the people on his shoulders, and sadly, failing them. He couldn't save the Forerunners, and he couldn't save the galaxy. This will haunt him for the rest of his days.
The enemy will return, and I shall stand by your side once more. Promise me that. I promise you. You know we have no choice.
He has a range of advantages, such as the ability to control constraint fields and levitate, comparable to the Force from Star Wars. His massive size at 11.4 feet tall gives him a physical advantage over enemies. He can create shockwaves with just a stomp to the ground, and has extraordinary mental and neurological abilities. His armour can attune itself to enemy weaponry, practically making it indestructible when worn. This combined with his ability to control forward units gives the Didact immense power and advantages over combatants. Though he does have varying disadvantages, his arrogance and insanity can lead to his shortcomings. This, coupled with the fact that he relies on the support of the Prometheans, means he does have his own weaknesses.
The Forerunners have returned.
The Dark Lord of the Galactic Empire, the Chosen One, the one who's supposed to save the world from evil, but ended up consumed by it. Vader has one of the most glorifying, tragic stories of all sci-fi. Born a slave, not many would have guessed he would have become not only just a Jedi, but one of the most powerful Jedi to ever exist. He was indeed the Chosen One, until he fell to the dark side. He slayed countless enemies, in both his Jedi and Sith days, killing all, even innocent beings who presented no harm to him. In the end, he came back to light and truly saved the galaxy. He was the Chosen One, and he did stop evil, but not before he was responsible for millions of deaths. Of course, Vader has his own advantages. His exceptional lightsaber skills are matched by very few, and his force powers give him the upper hand against enemies. As a defense maneuver, he can block bolts and projectiles with his lightsaber, and with nothing but his hand and the use of an ancient power. This, coupled with his telepathy and his unmatched piloting skills, makes him a strong adversary. Though like anyone, Vader too has his disadvantages. His arrogance can sometimes be blinding, and he was never able to fulfill his true potential as a Sith Lord. He has varying health issues such as burns and robotic limbs in place for those who are amputated, and due to this, he has force limitations, though his power should still not be underestimated. So, that's what we have from both the Didact and Darth Vader, some of the most notorious villains of the respected franchises. To discuss more about the subject, I have Jacob back on.
Hey.
So Jacob, tell me what you think is better.
Well, first off, I really think we need to just, which Darth Vader are we talking about? Are we talking about old man Darth Vader from the movies that can, he moves 2 miles an hour and he can barely do anything? Or are we talking about the one from, the canon, or, The Force Unleashes, when he's, taking out that whole Wookiee camp with no trouble at all? Because the Didact is kind of insane. He seems to have better technology than Darth.
For the sake of this video, let's just go with the movie Darth Vader, the one that's most recognizable.
Movie Darth. So, see, that's the hard thing, because we didn't get to see the Didact really do anything other than force choke the heck out of Chief, and we don't really know what he's capable of fighting. But did we ever see Darth Vader from the movies do anything that would show that he could take on someone like the Didact? The Didact's twice his size, and his technology is even crazier, that's saying a lot for Star Wars tech.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you stack all the advantages and the disadvantages on top of each other, at least to me, it seems that the Didact does come out on top. You've got his physicality, which is obviously a huge advantage. It just ends up being really difficult to see Darth Vader get the upper hand against the Didact.
I kind of agree with you. Just look at the two together, and for going from the movie Darth, it just makes sense. The Didact is just, he makes Star Wars technology seem like nothing.
Okay, well, for all you watching this video, be sure to put in the comments down below which you think is better, Darth Vader or the Didact. Be sure to like this video if you want more, and be sure to subscribe for more Halo content. I've been your host Alistair, and I'll see you in the next one.